the end. Well, we've just had that shocker of the snake biting Amy. So let's see what happens in this, the end. And if this is the end, what comes after? So I think, again, guys, this might be... We'll see if this is going to be a one or a twoer. Someone is saying my name. The voice is gentle but insistent. My eyelids feel heavy, gummed together. The ground under my back is soft and I'm sinking into it like water. Amy, open your eyes now. I don't want to, but the voice won't go away. I sigh deeply and tell my eyelids to lift. The slice of weld is bright through my lashes, white and harsh. I close them again. No, Amy, you have to wake up. A hand grips my shoulder lightly and shakes. It's time to wake up. I know that voice. I know that voice is not Mary's or Kidlat's. I open my eyes again slowly. My tongue feels swollen and sticky. Sister Marguerite, I say, though what actually comes out sounds quite different. Her face sharpens into focus after a few blinks. Hello, Amy. I turn my head and my neck aches. Where? The hospital. Coolion Hospital. You've been here for a few hours. I'm alone in a room painted a bright white. The air is antiseptic and bitter. My right hand aches, and when I look down at it, all I can see is a thick mass of bandages. I hold up and it throbs. What? Sister Marguerite places it back on the pillow it was resting on. I'm afraid your friend Mary did more damage than the snake. Someone heard them shouting for help, and thank goodness you were brought here quickly. Mary had killed and brought the snake, so we were able to give you the anti-venom. Dr. Radell set the wrist as best he could. So Mary broke her wrist with the rod. I can feel the pressure of a splint along my arm. Is Mary all right? Sister Marguerite's face is serious suddenly. Yes. Something in her tone makes panic well up in me. What? She's gone, Amy. And Kidlat. I blink stupidly. Gone? Where? Mr. Zamara took them. My heart sinks. Tried to take you too, but Dr. Rodell and Dr. Thomas insisted you were too unstable. Where did he take them? I asked desperately. Back to the orphanage. Her answer is exactly what I didn't want to hear. They have been relocated. To where? Manila? She shakes her head. He didn't say. No, we can't be separated. Not after all this. I wanted her to meet Nane and to have someone to be with her after all this. Sister Marguerite takes my good hand. I know. But she can't know. She can't know that Mr. Zamora has taken Mary to a fate she worked so hard to leave behind, to a workhouse. I blink up at Sister Marguerite. It is so strange to see her again. So strange to be back in Coolion town, even though that is all I've ever wanted for weeks and weeks. I throw off the covers, though the movement makes my hand twinge. I'm not leaving. Yes, you are, says Sister Marguerite, taking my other wrist in a surprisingly strong grip. Something hits the window with a soft thump, and for one delicious moment I think it is Mary dangling a message at the mesh to tell me she's waiting. Then another hits and I see it is a butterfly throwing itself at the screen. Partings, said Sister Marguerite sadly. It's the light from the white walls. They seem drawn to it. You're lucky you have a screen or the room would be full of them. They're everywhere. Her eyes go distant. It is quite beautiful, actually. I pull on her sleeve. Please, sister, I've come all this way. You helped write Nanny's letters. You said I should come. Yes, I am glad you are here, but you cannot stay, Amy. She says this sadly, and I can tell she is sorry to have to say it at all. It is the way things are now. But I have to see Nane. Of course. Now you are here, you must. She stands elegant in her black habit, but no one must know, Amy. You understand? She reaches into her robes and pulls out a silver whistle. This is to signal a fire. I am going to go outside and blow it. When you hear, go straight into room 14. It is just down the corridor, to the left. It takes ages to evacuate this place, and even longer to get back in. The rounds will be delayed, so you'll have a couple of hours at least. A couple of hours? I did not come so far for so little. Ami. Sister Marguerite's back is to me, but her voice cracks. I wait. She takes a deep breath and turns to me again. Your Nane. She's been waiting. I know, and that is exactly why an hour or two is not long enough. No, Ami. She's been waiting to say goodbye. For her Paimakas. Something spills down her cheek and I realise her eyes are bright with tears. It's like watching a statue weep. I'm so astonished by the tears I don't feel the words sink in until they are bubbling in my mind. Waiting to say goodbye. Paimakas. Last farewell. She can't mean... No! The world is falling away. I can see my face crumpling and Sister Marguerite is sitting on the bed beside me. Her face is close to mine and she is holding my upper arms so tightly it hurts. No, she says quietly, fiercely. Don't cry. Not yet. It is silly of her to say that when she is crying herself, but I make the tears stop on their way to my eyes. You made it, Ami, she said in that same blazing whisper. You crossed the forest, you brought the butterflies, you survived the snake bite. She loosens her grip slightly and her tone softens. You are a remarkable girl, and your Nane needs you to be remarkable now. She's ready, but she's scared. I know that you are too, but you have time to be scared later. You can cry later. Give her hope, Ami. Give her courage. I feel a heat welling inside me, the same fire I felt when Mr. Zamora was about to strike Mary on the cliff top. I will not let Nanny be afraid. I nod. Sister Marguerite stands up again and tilts her head back as if she's trying to make her tears flow backwards. Good, she says in her normal voice. Remember, left out of here, room 14. Then she is gone, and I tell myself again and again to be remarkable. The whistle sounds outside my room and I hear her shout, Corridor clear! There are shouts and scuffling from somewhere further away. I lower my legs out of bed, toes cramping slightly as my feet take my weight. My head spins and my hand thrums, but I make it to the door without stumbling. I listen at the keyhole for a moment before deciding the noises are all far away, then go into the corridor. This is painted a bright white too, and the paint has fingerprints in places where hands have touched the drying surface. The hospital never had a corridor before, or so many individual rooms. They have built so much so fast. I turn left and pass rooms 12, 13. Stop outside 14. I want to take a breath to ready myself, but there is no time to waste. I turn the handle and step inside. Right, that's a good place to stop, isn't it? So we're going to get back to that very shortly. It is the end, and I guess that the end makes more sense now. There's a lot to discuss, but let's do it at the end of the chapter.